And finally, we get to the only bit of Mendelssohn in the whole song, which is this tune. Love me to that ever-loving spring song melody. Please me, honey, squeeze me to that Mendelssohn strain. Kiss me like you would your mother, one good kiss deserves another. Kiss me like you would your mother, one good kiss deserves another. That's the only music that was ever meant for me. Mesmerizing Mendelssohn tune.
The exhibition has a title. It is I See You. And I've taken that from something the Bushmen of the Kalahari say when they meet another person in their sparsely populated desert homeland. It's an acknowledgement. It acknowledges the other person and the other person acknowledges them. And I think picture taking is a part of that acknowledgement process. It's something that I think we all like to have and would make the world a much nicer place if we did in fact acknowledge each other a lot more. It might make us a great deal more civil.
You best go find out.
You know, just jumping in, and I'm a great believer in just jumping in at the deep end, really, and learning about, making mistakes as you go, and learning from them. And I think from the production's point of view, which no regrets whatsoever, we took on a great deal on our own. So as well as the writing and the directing, we essentially produced the whole thing, costumes, locations, all of that aspect. So I mean, we certainly learned quite quickly that there's a lot of pieces to the pie, which we were aware of anyway. But when you find yourself actually in that, it's a lot to think about. So.
So I was like, we need to get it right. There's no way. And it was interesting because at the Young Vic, when the performance was finished, everyone thought my name was Simone. So they presumed, everyone's like, oh, this, show's really amazing. Like, where's this director? Where's the writer? And I would walk out and they were like, what? It was like, you wrote this? Are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And it was like, so that was cool. That was really interesting.
What I felt was lacking in horror was what I put into this film. So that would be where my inspiration came from, because even though horror is my favorite genre, it's very rare that you find Black horrors, and I don't even know if I've ever seen another Black female-led horror.
I got it from an old lady called Florence. And so I used to go and visit her a few times a week. She was called Florence and she lived on Florence Road in Islington, and she drank at the Florence pub, which was her local. And now when I go there, I feel like, I don't know, she's not there anymore, and like that pub isn't open anymore, and I feel like the area's kind of forgotten her. So.
We have just got the news through that we're going to be battling Marv 1 and Quest McCody, two battle veterans from Detroit, as on his battle.
Which, if you know them, is mental, because...
Yeah.
It's going to physically look ridiculous, us standing opposite them.
Are they mates with Eminem? I swear they are.
I think one of them is.
We have to bring that up. We have to bring that up.
Or even Ireland. Oh, yeah, I'm a great rapper from Ireland. Be like, yeah, right, you are. All right, Marcus.
Oi, did I just hear that you dropped some bars that I missed, Ara?
Yeah,
All I heard was I haven't dropped bars for a hot minute.
Yeah, I dropped this.
Oh wait, this is lame. I've got the dead gallery. I don't have the gallery view, so I didn't see what Ara just did.
He held up the bars book.
There we go.
I could bring it up as well.
Can you hear me? If I talk, will you see it? If I talk, will you see it? Yeah.
Yeah. So if you're going to drop any gags, visual.
Yeah, I just dropped that.
Axel's
Anyway,
late because he's just spent the whole time lighting his room properly, hasn't he?
Now, my father's history is an amazing one in that, as you said, he was a mayor of Southwark. He was the first black mayor of Southwark. So the why now goes really into, this is our history and our youth need to know. This is our history and we need to know, our age group. This is our history and it's so positive. The indigenous general population of the UK need to know their historical truths.
There were some young children who were still up at this time, which I was somewhat surprised about, as it was quite late in the evening. However, as dusk fell, the beast emerged across the green. Now, some of you are thinking the poor children, they must have been terrified by the appearance of this monster. They must have been terrified. No, they weren't. The monster, far from mauling the children, the monster was mauled by the children of Camberwell.
Hey. Woo!
To health, life, and love. Oh.
The bulging bald eagle means white patch. I'm a bald eagle. I have no equal, yet I will keep full like I'm seagull, because I still small bird's food hole, and I ransack a bin like a bit bullfinch. Sorry, girl, but I'm so regal, you'll believe my diet's legal. Dollar bills, a pillow to me, so how you gonna call my lifestyle deceitful? I'll feed my eaglets, egrets, vagrants. I got royal feet for oiled eats, because being an osprey, talons tear through fish, and one can twist to hold the other way. A collector's one time wiped us out in the UK. We recolonized the British Isles by flying from Norway. And though predatory, my territory is only my nest eerie, breed effectively, collectively. I built my nest up yearly. I don't.
His ship left, and she didn't know. She made her way down to the seaside, to the ruined garden, where she sat on the swing, and she waited. She watched the sun disappear over the horizon in a great red glowing ball. And it grew dark, and she waited, and he still didn't come. It was a moonless night and very dark, and she waited. A presence settled on the swing beside her. Perhaps it was him.
T. Taking that tooth, I trace 2 short white tracks on the stone with it. First top to bottom, next left to right. T denotes the spot.
I thought my heart was gonna burst. I was just a teenager.
Bye with me. Fast falls the eventide.
Hi everyone, I'm gonna read my poem now. Nothing to do, united always to screw. Camp forever, leap whenever. Eat to live, act to live. Right my way, bunker used anyway. Underground bunker, night in bunker, made me hunker. King of bunkers, eating made him hunker. Right way, my way. Bye.
Cheers, everybody.
Cheers, everyone. Enjoy the rest of the evening, and yeah, well, we hope to see you all the next year.